Hi, I'm Ron.
And I'm Don.
And this is the Ron and Don Show. Today we're going to broach the topic of repair versus replace. Don, I've actually got a little introduction of a story that I think sets the stage for this. Many moons ago in my college days, I had the privilege of working in a restaurant. And inside that restaurant we had, as I recall, steamers. And I can remember stories from my general manager about the cost of keeping those steamers operational, and how prohibitively expensive it was and seemingly ludicrous to keep putting money into a steamer that broke down every other day. So I suspect this topic has something to do with that.
Yes, it does. And to a great extent, repair versus replace is a function of, first of all, if it's needing replacement before its useful life on the accounting side has been used up, you've got to really look at, are you really approaching this properly from a financial department standing, that you've got the useful life set right. But that's something we talked about in another episode. One of the things that you do have to look at it for any asset, I don't care if it's a roof, if it's parking lot, paving, repairing it or repaving it, if it's outside siding, if it's booths, tables, ceilings, whatever the asset is, you have a substantial repair that's come up, you have to know exactly how much it's going to cost to do the repairs and what is the existing book value that if you replace it, you'll have to write off. One of the fundamental rules gets down to, if the repair cost exceeds the book value, you need to look seriously at the replacement. Now, there's all kinds of other things that go into it at that point. For example, if the repair that you're going to do to that piece of equipment or that asset will substantially extend its useful life and you'll have very few repairs in between, it may be beneficial for you to go ahead and do that. Also, if the functionality of that item is that either they don't make it anymore or what they're making is a lot cheaper and you need a heavier quality, you may find that you need to repair it because what you're doing with that item you can't easily do with a replacement. On the other side, what's your restaurant lease say? How long are you going to be there? If you're going to be moving that location, you don't want to be spending a lot of money buying equipment that you may not be moving or repairing the building with a new roof if replacing the roof if repairs are all you have to do. On the final side of that, will the warranty you get with a new piece of equipment reduce the ongoing repairs if you just repair it now and have to repair it over the next year or 2 years or 3 years or whatever the warranty of the new piece of equipment is? You get those repairs for free with your warranty. And then the final part of this whole thing is, what's your company cash flow? Can you afford to purchase that more expensive piece of equipment, or do you need to take that lower cost of the repair, which still may be more than the actual book value?
So in conclusion, Don, you've identified 6 items for the decision criteria in the repair versus replace. I've heard you say the book value versus the repair cost should be considered, the extended life to the asset as a question, the functionality of the component that you're described as replacing, the remainder of the restaurant lease itself, the warranty of the item to be replaced, and the company's cash flow position and whether or not they're desirous to spend that kind of money at that time.
There might be many others, but those are probably the most common and the ones that you really need to look at each time you come up against this, especially the higher priced repair replace options.
I'm Ron.
And I'm Don.
Thanks for joining us today. Please subscribe.